Mm-hmm. That's right. Welcome, everybody. This is the Eden Army Podcast, and I'm your host tonight, Pete Robertucci. We do this little podcast every Thursday night, except for next Thursday, right? Because that's Thanksgiving, so we're not going to do that. I wouldn't put you through that torture. A full belly of turkey. You just want to sleep and hear me yakking. Not going to happen. So we're taking next Thursday off if there are some good prepping deals. However, on Amazon, I may preempt Friday with all of those deals. I haven't decided yet though, but we'll play that one by ear. It's been a busy week for me. Miss Melissa decided she was going to sign me up for a booth here in the Ormond Beach area. It was terrible, but we did have fun. And the best part about it is it's spandex season here in Florida. So that didn't suck, right? But we did get the word out, and maybe, just maybe, we got a few local people into preparedness, but we'll see. But we didn't sell that many books, that's for sure. It was like a Hinman, Kentucky with more teeth. It was terrible. So, anyway, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. That helps get the word out. Thank you, Miss Terry, for your resubscription. 22 months, the OG in the house. And also, Meta is right behind you with 20 months. So we certainly appreciate that. Guys, this February, Wes Hightower and he's going to bring his team to the Daytona Beach area. The 6th through the 8th, he's going to do a class for bypassing locks. This is one of those classes you really don't think you need until you need it, right? It's one of those classes that we all should know how to bypass some security stuff if shit were to hit the fan. Other than just using the trusty and true loud shotgun, Wes is going to teach you how to bypass these things and do some covert entry stuff. So sign up for his website. It's scrolling. Botrix has it scrolling. RallyPointISRSolutions.com. That's RallyPointISRSolutions.com. And if you enter the discount code CanCon25, you're going to get a huge discount. Also, I should mention Mountain Readiness tickets are already on sale, so please pick them up. Get your, I don't know. I haven't heard any real advertising for it. I don't know about the goodie bags. I don't know anything about that. Once he puts that out, don't forget, I will get that information to you. We're one tribe here. We're going to make all the information is going to funnel through. I promise. It's going to be that fatal funnel, right? That fatal funnel everyone talks about. But hang tight. We're going to bring Russ in. No show. Paulie is not in the house. No call, no show, right? Typical. That's his MO. But hang tight. We're going to bring Russ in right after this little FAFO moment of the week.
He was just trying to steal something, and now you've electrocuted him to death. You need to take responsibility for this.
A thief was electrocuted while attempting to steal electrical wiring, and now his family is suing the charging company for $3 million. The incident happened late at night in Houston. Texas surveillance footage shows 18-year-old Darius Johnson sneaking up to an electric vehicle charging station. He planned to cut out the copper wiring and sell it for cash, but the moment he sawed through the cable's insulation, a powerful surge of electricity shot through his body, lighting up the area for a split second before he collapsed to the ground. It wasn't until the next morning that a janitor discovered his body and called the police. When officers and paramedics arrived, Darius had no signs of life. The coroner's report concluded he died from cardiac arrest caused by a high-voltage electric shock. A few days later, Darius's family filed a lawsuit against the charging station operator, Volt Edge Energy, claiming the company failed to take adequate safety precautions and was therefore responsible for his death. After reviewing the case, the judge dismissed the lawsuit, stating, "The operator fulfilled its reasonable safety obligations. The victim knowingly engaged in illegal activity, and his death was the direct result of his own actions." The court ultimately ruled that Volt Edge Energy was not liable and ordered Darius's family to pay $30,000 in damages for the equipment he destroyed.
That is the FAFO moment. But he was just trying to kill, or he was just trying to steal something. Y'all electrocuted him. Come on now.
No, he electrocuted himself.
Yeah, exactly.
That's a Darwin Award winner right there.
Yeah,
Took himself out of the gene pool. I love
that. That's it. Yeah. Got busy over there and Kick, AK Warrior, Javi's in the house, Guy, Christy, Mama Teresa, Patrick Seven, and on and on and on. I see Will is over there, Larry Dial. Jason is on YouTube because he's technology or retarded. Oh, there goes TikTok.
Yeah, well, and he has a Kick account. He just too lazy to get into it.
I know. Got Christy there, EA number
Right.
one.
You know, that FAFO falls right in line with another one I saw in the past couple of weeks. Did you see the one about the three kids that broke into the guy's house, a veteran's house, and he blew them away? And the family tried to get him charged with manslaughter because of it. No, they
Yeah,
break the
exactly.
law. Castle
Well,
doctrine. Hello.
exactly. Larry is Larry, you're on a plane watching the Eden Army podcast. Turn it up so everyone can just eyeball you and make you very uncomfortable. Let's see. Let's see. How ironic. Patrick Seven.
More and more like South Africa every day. Man, they've been
Yeah.
stealing copper down here for years.
Yeah, it doesn't. Man, what's going on in North Carolina? North Carolina is becoming a real shithole.
Well, Charlotte has become a real shithole, and North Carolina itself is pretty decent, but Charlotte, just like any other major city, you got to think about it. You got Charlotte International right there, all the drug trafficking and child trafficking and everything else they can go right through there because it's an international airport, and that's where they get a lot of the people that are voting. That's caused that freaking governor to still be in there.
Exactly. It's crazy. We probably should mention it just because it's on the news. I know I said I wasn't going to mention it, but we have to talk about these Epstein files. It's a big nothing, and as a matter of fact, I think it's going to backfire on the Democrats. It's already starting to back. I got a little video here, Russ. I'll show in a little bit, but I believe they're implicating themselves. And already now that Trump is saying, okay, we're going to let it all out. And by the way, the Morgan Chase guy's involved, this guy's involved, that guy's involved, the big high profile Democrats are involved. Now they're starting to back. They're like, oh, this is political retribution. Well, you guys are the ones.
Yeah, they asked for it.
It doesn't make any sense. Larry, give me a call tomorrow or give me a text, one or two. We're gonna work out the details for tomorrow night, brother. That's changed a little bit, but it's still a good thing. So definitely give me a shout. But yeah, Hakeem Jeffries. Let's talk about Hakeem. He's the minority leader, right? Two things with Hakeem. First of all, even after Epstein was indicted, Hakeem Jeffries solicited him for donations, and they're talking about and then this is alleged. I don't have any proof of this, but Hakeem Jeffries had him over his house for dinner while he was trying to solicit donation. Now, Hakeem Jeffries denies all of that, of course, but rest assured, if they're already talking about it, there might be some validity going on in there. So let me run that real quick, Russ.
Yep.
Year extension.
Peter Jeffries. Why should Americans trust you and House Democrats on the Jeffrey Epstein files when one of your own, Congresswoman Plaskett, was found to be texting with Jeffrey Epstein during a hearing, getting information from him, using that in her questioning during a congressional hearing, and at one point he tells her, good job.
This is a bipartisan effort to make sure that, consistent with what the survivors have requested, that there's full and complete transparency, and every single predator who may be in those Justice Department files doesn't escape accountability.
So doesn't answer the question, of course. And this is what Patrick was just talking about. I put it up on the screen. So during a hearing, the Epstein hearing in Congress, one of the Democrats was texting Jeffrey Epstein, asking him how she should handle certain questions and how she should question somebody that was on the stand. But they're not implicated, right? This is crazy.
It really is, man. And we don't have a video of it, but even like Jasmine Crockett, she mentioned Epstein this past week, and she says, Jeffrey Epstein gave money to this. Now she's backtracking and saying, well, what I said was a Jeffrey Epstein, and it was a Dr. Jeffrey Epstein, no relation at all. But never in any of the videos that I've seen have I heard her say a Jeffrey Epstein.
Right.
Yeah, she's backtracking.
Right.
Yeah, it's freaking hilarious.
Yeah, and they're all look. Once it starts coming out, it's gonna be ugly. But who cares? Put them all in jail. Both sides of the aisle. If they're pedophiles, put them in jail.
Walk them all.
Yeah, exactly. And then let them rot there. Let's see what Patrick says here. I'm just gonna run through a lot of chat tonight, Russ, because people are chatting it up.
25 viewers over there right now.
Exactly. I got 30 up there total. What, Christopher Reeves? Opie's in the house. Good to see you, Opie.
Yeah, we got 5.
Yeah, that's a great question, Terry. Why would she have his telephone number? Just a random, but no, they were friendly. And there's a video out. I was going to clip the video, but there's a video out of her while she's texting during the hearing. And then like Hakeem Jeffrey, or like Hakeem Jeffrey, it says, actually said,
Mama.
good job. Actually said, good job. That questioning, Jeffrey Epstein told her, that was a good job. Your questioning was right on point there. So what the hell? I don't know. That's the Christopher. Oh, that's terrible, guys. You can't bring that up. Look, what happens out at the campfire stays at the campfire, even if your favorite vegetable is that guy. So. So yeah, did you hear from Paul today at all, or did nobody heard? No show, no call, right?
No show, no call.
No show, no call.
Like a Democrat.
Exactly.
Love you, Paulie, if you're watching. But the fish barrel, you got to take the shot.
Gonna be dumb. You got to be tough.
Absolutely.
Patrick, there's some interesting things going on in your neck of the woods. I saw that I think the people of Dearborn, Michigan, had just about had enough with this call to prayer all the time. And did you see any of that, Russ? What's going on there?
I did. That dude, we had a video of that, and let's run the video on that, and then we'll discuss it, because that dude he told it like it was.
Yeah, and then I'll tell you, I'll show the video, and then I'll give you some backstory on that, because there's actually another video that I didn't clip, and I'm going to tell you the backstory on this guy, too.
President Trump, send ICE into Dearborn. These people have overstayed their visas. They're H-1B chain migration invaders, and they have come to this country to destroy our way of life. We know exactly your laws in your book about lying to our faces, pretending to be Americans, wearing your suits. We don't want you here. Respectfully, get the fuck out of my country. I don't want you here. We don't want you here. I don't want you here. I don't want you here.
That's fine.
You guys are not us, and get the fuck out. America first. America only. God bless America. Jesus is king. Jesus is king.
Thank you.
Jesus is king. Jesus is king.
Thank you.
Jesus is king. Jesus is king.
Order in the chambers. Order in the chambers.
Yeah, so they've had enough of the debauchery going on in Dearborn. Backstory on that guy: he went during a rally, an Islamic rally, and decided he was gonna stand up for himself and stand up for Christianity, and he was burning Korans.
Yeah, he was putting bacon. Was he the one also wrapping them, throwing bacon on them as well too?
I didn't see that one. I wouldn't doubt it. That guy's got balls.
Something like that as well. And I agree with everything he said. And the burning of the Quran, that's
burn the flag. Can't burn the Quran though, Russ.
Yeah, I'm with you. You should be able to burn either one of them.
Mm-hmm.
In Russ's opinion, but that's just me. Patrick said he was the one slapping it with bacon. He tried to burn it, but they snatched it from him.
They did take it from him. Yeah. So
Yeah,
at least he's fighting back.
He is fighting back. My only criticism, and you saw it in private chat. You let you read it in private chat before I say anything.
Yeah, no, I read it.
Yeah, yay or nay.
Yeah, that don't matter to me.
The only thing I said, yeah, he's wearing his plate carrier, but there are no plates in it that I could tell.
No,
Maybe,
I wonder if they're even allowed to do that in a city council meeting.
Yeah,
Who
maybe
knows?
not. Pretty tactical though.
He was tactical, ain't no doubt about that. But he has balls. I give it to him.
Oh yeah, I
He has
give him
balls.
that. And he let him have it. And I really liked the way, like I said, I really liked his message. What he said.
Let's see. Let's see what Will says here. No one will admit that the U.S. agencies traffic children to have leverage on heads of state. Well, I mean, you can go down that rabbit hole because a lot of people say Epstein was a agent for Israel. Look, the biggest trafficking scheme or scam was going on. It was during the Biden administration when he let so many come over the border, and there's still tens upon tens of thousands of missing children that people can't account for at all. I'm sure they're in fine, nice Republican homes with a mother and father, though. I'm sure they're not.
Oh yeah.
Let's see what else is going on here. Let's see. This is what Patrick was saying. Oh, I didn't see that one. I didn't see that in the news. Patrick said there was another terrorist raid there.
Yeah, I saw something about that. I didn't correlate the two. But I know that at least we mentioned Charlotte earlier. Charlotte's got empty construction sites and everything else, and like 30,000 students just walked out in protest. Which of course they're doing it probably because their liberal professors said, "Hey, I'll give you an extra 10% on your grade if you go and do this protest with me."
Exactly. Well, and then look, start going, and ICE is already doing it. They're starting to go after now employers. Go after the employers then. You want to really get American people working? Go after the employers and pay the American people a living wage, and they'll be willing to take those jobs. Yeah, Patrick says, yeah. Tom Bryce over there in YouTube world, we say, brother. Susie. Fib he's working both sides of the of the social platforms.
Next week you'll get a chance to see my new beverage container. Tom Bryce ordered them for me. I've got to send him the money for them, but wait till you see them. They're pretty cool.
Yeah, Egghead, both are First Amendment rights as long as you're not violating a law while, like, for example, and you know this better than I do, Egghead, because of your position, but he couldn't snatch a Quran out of one of these Muslims' hands and then try to burn it. Well, then he'd be violating a law. The First Amendment does not guarantee your constitutional right there if you commit an offense, if you break the law while doing that. So K-Love's in the house over there in YouTube world also. Let's see what's going on.
Come on over with the cool kids over and kick there, K-Love.
100% bullshit. Free speech doesn't matter. You might have to face some repercussions. You're not sitting behind a keyboard doing that. Someone might smack you in the mouth. One, Patrick, that's too long for me to read right now, but I'll get back to it. Speaking of burning stuff, Russ, what a segue this is.
Yeah, that was a beautiful segue, brother.
I'm getting good at this shit.
You are. It's almost like you're a professional now.
Oh man. Well, speaking of burning stuff and speaking of shithole cities, did you see?
Wow.
Did you see in Chicago there was another hate crime on their metro system there? And it's I don't know. I'm starting to see a pattern here. I'll run the video, and you guys can tell me if you see a pattern here, and we'll discuss whether or not you think this is a hate crime.
Terrorism charges after a horrific attack on a commuter train in Chicago. Prosecutors say the suspect seen on surveillance allegedly setting a woman on fire. Tonight here, we do have news on her condition, and here's ABC's Rhiannon Alley.
Tonight, the man seen in these surveillance images allegedly setting a woman on fire on a Chicago commuter train is facing federal terrorism charges.
A 26-year-old woman was deliberately set on fire by Lawrence Reed in an unprovoked attack.
According to a criminal complaint and train surveillance, on the night of November 17th, 50-year-old Lawrence Reed, holding a small bottle, approaches the woman from behind, where he took the cap off the bottle and poured a liquid from the bottle all over the victim's head and body. Prosecutors say he lit the bottle and used it to light her on fire.
When the train stopped and the victim was able to muster the strength to stumble on the platform, two good Samaritans put out the flames.
Reed was captured about 12 hours later. Surveillance images from a gas station allegedly show Reed filling a bottle with gasoline before the attack. David, Reed faces life if convicted. That rider still has critical injuries. Prosecutors are now asking for prayers.
So Patrick said there might have been an interaction beforehand, but I don't know how. If there's an interaction beforehand, how did he go fill a bottle up with gas, get on the metro, and then light her on fire?
I'm thinking, without knowing all the facts, I would hazard to guess, because based on what I saw on the video, it was obviously black on black. I noticed that I thought it was black. I could be wrong. I need to look the video again, but and even if it wasn't, possible domestic related, and maybe she was cheating on him, whatever. I am by no means condoning what he did, because he needs to go to hell for it. But all right, I stand corrected. But it wouldn't surprise me if it come from some kind of domestic related. Maybe she broke up with him or whatever. He got pissed off. We'll see what comes out on it. That could be, what is it?
Yeah, it sounds kind of weird to me. The guy goes and actually, unless they had a fight in his car, she jumped on the metro, and then he decided. But it just doesn't. The time frame doesn't work. Kind of reminds me of the stabbing that we had not too long ago. But again, I'm starting to see a pattern here.
Yeah. Patrick saying the news story that he saw early on said they didn't know each other and that they were arguing on the train, and then he lit her on fire.
Yeah, and this is I heard two reports. One said that he might have been an illegal immigrant. One said he might not have been. So I don't know if that's true or not. But this is true that he did have dozens of arrests, and the turnstile that is the judicial system in these big cities right now lead to another assault on a female on the metro system. And of course, now the government can push terrorism charges because of the statute saying now that if you do that on a mass transit system, it's automatically you can be brought up on federal charges. So,
absolutely, and as well it should be.
Let's see here. Wow, I didn't know Patrick's a plethora of him. He's also charged with a serious felony assault for beating a doctor. Patrick, we got rid of the insane asylums. And I'm not quite sure why, because this is like a perfect candidate to be put in an insane asylum for the rest of his life, so he's not out hurting innocent people.
And Caleb, saying that they put an ankle tracker on him, he's already back out. Why and how?
Whatever happened to the house arrest and all that stuff? Maybe, I don't know. Did he have a job? Was he allowed to get on the metro system? I don't know. It's all weird to me. But again, I don't like the pattern. It doesn't seem like a coincidence to me. So
no, it doesn't. And Patrick said, they wanted to keep him in jail, but the judge released him. And you know what? Okay, the judge released him. This is what needs to happen more often. Whatever judge that release these individuals, if that individual does another crime, that judge needs to be locked up.
Well, and at some point we need to re-implement mandatory minimums. Mandatory minimums. The judge has no say so. If you're convicted of assaulting a doctor, then or whomever, then there needs to be some type of mandatory minimum. There's no just turnstile judicial system. It drives me crazy. Yeah, exactly. This is what I'm saying. Mandatory minimums. Patrick, we think alike.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
One of those Florida ankle bracelets.
Well, and that immediately just has me thinking about alligators, which also has me thinking about my reptile problem that I have here. I know we weren't going
Yeah.
to discuss it, but
How goes the war?
there's guys. I've drawn a line in the sand, like a literal line in the sand. So I don't know if you guys know this or not, but I'm battling building a new garage. Been working on it since January, and of course, the county decided they were gonna. When I submitted my permit for the building, the county just decides they're gonna come out without calling me and start probing around my land. Well, lo and behold, I have gopher turtles. So now I had to get a biologist. And by the way, the biologist was super cool that I hired. I'll talk to her about her here in a second. But yeah, they found a turtle. I have to have this turtle removed for a large sum of money, and
And we know how you are with money.
yeah, so it hurts. So I am. But anyway, long and short, it's a war now. I will win this war. I don't care how entrenched they are. I don't care how hidden they are, how much they hide their little grimy heads. Sooner or later, I will hunt them down. I will relocate their nasty little asses, and I don't care if it takes every penny I got. If I have to write 10 more books just to pay to have this damn turtle removed, it's happening one way or the other. Yeah, and I blame it on Biden.
Absolutely.
Some kind of friggin' he opened up my border for these fucking. I'll tell you what, probably. Well, I'm not going to say that because no, I can't do. That's what I was going to say, Caleb, but I can't because it's an endangered species.
Yeah. So, I asked Pete, that question last night via text was, "How goes the war?" And I'm going to read you guys his response, and I was laughing my ass off last night. And his, and this is, I quote, "Set up a line in the sand today. Trapped one enemy combatant inside the wire. He's entrenched, but it's only a matter of time before he shows his commie head." Man, brother, you had me rolling with that last night. Absolutely rolling.
So the war is still ongoing, and now I'm starting to take it personally because now it's getting into my pocket.
Yeah, well, and you did capture one today.
No, I can't. You're not allowed to capture them. I saw they're up and moving. They're not allowed to actually capture them, but they are up and moving. So it's only a matter of time before the biologist who's licensed to capture them can come out and capture them. So that's how that goes. Does he like that text?
Yeah, I was just.
No, I already got somebody, Susan. I appreciate that, but I got. Oh, speaking of this biologist, I hired. So I called this lady up. She's very nice, very very polite young lady. She drives up, and first thing she says is, before I came out here, I Googled you. And I said, what? She goes, I Googled you. And she goes, it's always good to know where the like-minded people are around me. And then she started talking about preparedness and stuff like that. And I go, listen, young lady, I won't use your name. I go, listen, young lady, there's one rule about prepping. And she looks at me. I go, we don't talk about prepping. And she goes, well, you got a bunker or something? You're high and dry here. You got a bunker? I go, what part don't you understand? We don't talk about prepping. Besides, if I had a bunker, more than likely a friggin' turtle would be in there, and it would cost me more money to get rid of the son of a bitch. So we don't talk about it. Anyway, she was super nice, and she looks like she's going to work with me and do. Yeah, she's gonna do a good job.
But I had a similar conversation with a gentleman that was helping me move my phones to T-Mobile this week, and the thing that we're running into in South Carolina. And while I do understand, we don't talk about prepping, but number one, you need to. And people up here don't want to talk about it, whether they are or not. They don't want to talk about it. They think they can do it all on their own. And, I don't know whether that's just inbred South Carolina stuff or what, but, I actually had a really good conversation with him. So.
Do you think it's that, or you think it's just people still think there's a stigma behind it?
Oh, I think there's a definite stigma, especially up and around here.
I agree. Oh, Julie made it in the house. I nudge folks, she says. You can't do any of that, guys. That's they're endangered. $20,000 fine, up to 5 years in prison. And I love you guys, but I hate these turtles, but I don't hate them that much.
Yeah, Patrick, I got a pretty decent deal. I'm happy with it. My cell service went from 1.5 bars here at the house to 5 bars as soon as I rebooted and with the new SIM card. I mean, it was insane.
Yeah, it's I'm kind of stuck with AT&T though, because my situation is I'm grandfathered in for the unlimited data. Plus,
Yeah.
they still let me use my phone as a hotspot. So anytime I go to re-up any other company I go with, it would cost me hundreds of dollars to have those same benefits. So that's
No,
not.
unless you tell them, and they work with you on that because I know I'm not paying for my hotspot and I have unlimited.
Well, that's what T-Mobile.
Yeah.
Oh wow, okay.
Yeah. You got to go in and, I mean, I should have waited and gone into the store. I'd have had a whole lot easier time doing it, but um, so I recommend going into the store and just go in and talk to them, man.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm with you. Yeah, you're right, Patrick. These things, the phones are. I mean, look, the only thing I do on my phone anyway, as you guys know, I don't answer it, and very rarely do I answer text. I just usually get on there to troll Democrats. I get on Facebook to troll Democrats. So that's what I do. Speaking about trolling Democrats, New York City, Russ, is starting to already starting to regret electing this communist into the mayoral office. Now, two things happened this week. First of all, tomorrow, don't forget, he's going to the White House to meet Trump.
Yeah.
I'm interested to see how that's going to go because Trump's not going to pull any punches when it comes to this cat.
Nope.
The other thing he did is he's already asking his supporters to donate $4 million for his transition fund to go into office. This guy has no friggin' clue. But New Yorkers, you voted for him. I hope Trump does what he needs to do tomorrow. And if this guy goes off the rails, then yeah, we'll see what happens. Start cutting funding to that. Yeah, I don't know. You guys
Not sure who you were trying to say, Will, because it censored you.
Yeah.
So obviously,
hey, that's a good idea, Jay. I can put little laser dots or IR glow sticks on them, and I could see them all through the field. It's a good idea.
There you go.
Escaping New York. That was a movie way back when. It was Russell, wasn't it?
Kurt Russell, yep.
Kurt Russell, yeah. So anyway, there's a video about some of the policies Mondami wants to put in place and how he's going to pay for them.
And the other one, you're talking about fast and free buses and you're meeting with the governor. I've heard you talk about many times that you don't want to take money away from the MTA. You want to put money back in. It's something that she agrees with, right? We don't want to take away money from the MTA. How are you getting that money, the $700 million to make the buses free, into the MTA if she's not for raising taxes?
I think that the two clearest ways to raise that money is through the raising of the state's corporate tax to match that of New Jersey. I think that a lot of this is still a case to be made, whether it's the corporate tax or whether it's the personal income tax on those who make more than $1 million a year or more. I think that these are the clearest ways. I've also said that if there are other ways to raise this funding, the most important fact is that we fund it, not the question of how we do it, but that we do it.
That is the most socialist statement I've ever heard in my life. It's not important how we get the money. What's important is that we actually give the money out.
Yep.
Holy shit.
And, the transit, this whole transit thing is going to blow up first, I think. And I think it's going to happen somewhere probably around Memorial Day, I think, is when it's finally going to hit the fan. He met with some of the police unions. They're guarded, but what I hear, they're guarded about what he's had to say. But if he gets the growth, I think what will make New York go kinetic, New York City go kinetic, is the groceries, the state-run groceries. Look at the way that people reacted to the SNAP shutdown.
Mm-hmm.
So And that now this is his base we're talking, especially if it hits in like the Bronx and Queens where his base is at. And these folks are having to stand in lines to and have wait for food, wait for food, wait for food. They're not going to take kindly to it, and it's going to go kinetic. And that's going to call, and hopefully they'll run his ass out on a rail.
Well, what they'll end up doing is they'll end up he'll start rationing stuff. They'll loot and they'll burn down the city. I mean, that's and here's the thing: they're not going to go down to Broadway and do it. They're going to burn down their own neighborhoods, right? I mean, it just doesn't make any sense to me.
Yeah, and they're gonna blame Trump just like they tried to blame Trump and the Republicans for the shutdown. You know, they're gonna blame it Trump because Trump's gonna. You heard it here first, folks. New York City's gonna lose their funding before February.
I would think there'll be threats involved here. The governor, though, is already trying to schmooze up to Trump because she knows she sees the handwriting on the wall. So where she was so anti-Trump, where she was such a TDSer, she now is starting to say, "Hold on a second, I need to buddy up with this guy a little bit because this mayor is going to get me in trouble." Bullshit. The electric buses, that was a money laundering scheme. A money laundering scheme.
Yeah,
And
just like
NGOs.
Just like in California with that big government building or whatever they're out there, and they can't explain where $200 million have gone. Yeah, nothing but money laundering.
Yeah, 100%. Tom said he was driving. Now he's back. He's on kick. Good job, buddy. Yeah, Kelly, free. I mean, hell, it's all free. It's not like I mean, we can just print more money, right? Well, Patrick, they tried to do this with fire trucks also, and that was a big shit show.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sorry. There are some vehicles out there that just the electric capability is not feasible. It's not practical.
No.
You know, fire trucks, 100%. You know, ambulances, 100%. You know, snow removal. I mean, just makes sense to me, but I mean, I don't know.
Yeah. Opie, I like the small stick. Let me see and put this. I like the small stick stoves. I have one that's about the size, and I bought it on Amazon. I'll find a link for it, and I'll make sure I post it this week on one of my socials. But I'm telling you, this thing is about the size of, I don't know, maybe it's like that big around, super light. It's just a stick stove, and puts out very little space. Think a very miniature solo stove type of deal.
And that
I love it.
That one will run off Esbits too, right?
You can put Esbits in it.
Yeah,
I also have the one with the little burner that runs fuel too, but that doesn't weigh anything either. I'll make sure I post that. What I'll probably do this week, guys, is I'll probably start compiling the Black Friday deals on Amazon, and I'll start putting them out on the Eden Army web, or not the web page, but the Facebook page.
And speaking of, Pete, what was your prep of the week there, brother?
Oh, I have been, my freeze dryer. I had to turn my freeze dryer off today because of the podcast, but I have been freeze drying like mad. So, guys, if you got a prep of the week, start spitting it out. Let's hear what you're doing. There's really no reason why you shouldn't have put a can of beans away. Also, been shipping a lot of stuff over to my buddy's house as an area to set up should I need to. So I've been moving a lot of food there. Got a lot more to move. Actually, went to a restaurant depot. That's another story I got to tell you offline. What a shit show that was. But I went there and bought a whole bunch of stuff with my buddy Jason, and we just started either freeze drying and or using that Vivid or Viver sealer, which worked really good. Caleb has taken that rally point class, and she says you guys are going to learn a lot. And it's 3 days of training. It's here in Daytona Beach, and the following week, if you want to make a vacation out of it, the following week is actually race week. So there'll be a whole bunch of people in town. So you could, if you've never done anything like that before, I hate race week just as much as I hate bike week. So I'll be staying at the homestead.
Well, along the line of what Patrick said, he said he helped a bunch of guys process their deer. I've got one that's on its way to freezer camp as we speak. It's currently at the processor, and our plan is to cook up a bunch of it and then freeze dry it. And it'll be coming with us up to Wisconsin. And Teresa and I are both going to go out tomorrow and try and get another one.
Will, very good. Will has joined Go Ruck kind of a thing near his near St. Augustine and Jacksonville area. He's met a whole bunch of cool people there. So he's done 2 5Ks already. He's only been doing it about a week or so. K-Love says that she is hitting the gym. I'm with you, K-Love. I'm back in the gym, doing it at least 3 times a week. I know it's hard to believe it, as fit as I am, but I have to just keep up that. When you get to 52, K-Love, I don't know. Things just start falling apart. I don't know. But good. And she's studying for a ham radio license, which is
outstanding. Awesome. Yep.
Are you going to take that class? Are you going to take the testing at Mountain Readiness? I haven't heard anything about that yet.
Oh yeah, Nick and them will be doing it again.
Well, Meta would know for sure.
Yeah. I am starting to study for my general on January 1st, or at least the 2nd anyway. And Teresa's going to be studying for her tech, and we're going to take it in May. That's the plan anyway.
Bullshite said he is more rice than toilet paper. Also, another thing you can do, Don, is you can go with spec ops. I know, guys, I know this sounds weird, whatever, but with the youngin on the way, you can actually have him freeze dry breast milk. A lot of people are doing it on the prepper sites. Just a thought, but I know that's like out in Never Land. But yeah, that happens. Let's see. Who is this?
Just a youngin too.
Hit the grocery store and started filling their buckets back up. Outstanding, Susie. Stop it, Caleb. You are not. You're younger than that.
That's what I thought.
Oh, kombucha. God, I hate that stuff. The guys at the fire department had the top of the refrigerators were just full of that fermenting nastiness, and they would sit there and drink it. But Christy is making sauerkraut, which that she learned how to do at Fallout, so I am looking forward to that. I did try that at Fallout. It was amazing.
Hey, arborist, you don't need no one to get the crayons out, man. All you need to do, download the app, and every time you go to the bathroom, sit there and take a test.
Yeah,
you'll be fine.
You'll find it's all memorization. Exactly. Meta says she's not sure, but more than likely he will, especially if there's a demand for it. Let's see what else we got.
Opie said he was able to participate in some experiments that result in shock waves and flames. And also he repacked his get home bag. And we talked about that last week. Folks, the weather's changing. So flip out that winter gear, put in that winter gear, get it ready for you. Put an extra jacket in the car, especially if you live up above the Mason-Dixon line and you expect snow on the regular. Think about that for your vehicles as well. A blanket, road flares, stuff like that.
Yeah, and just go back and listen to the podcast we did with T about the stuff you should have in your pickup truck and stuff like that. Yeah, look, now's the time. Change out your get home bag, your bug out bag, whatever. Put your winter stuff in there. Let's see. Tech in general, okay. Extra is a lot tougher. Yeah, I'm not doing. I'm fine right there at tech. I'm good at tech level.
Yeah. Speaking of, how's your house guests enjoying the Florida weather?
Oh, Brianna's young Midwestern stud flew down, and I didn't realize this, Russ, but Brianna went and picked him up. Baby girl went and picked him up in Orlando and drove him here. Lala just happened to be around the corner and text me. He goes, "Hey, you want to have a beer?" And of course, you have to say yes to Lala. So he was here when the young man made it here. So of course, he got the Lala experience, Uncle Lala experience. But what I didn't realize was, hunting season, and he's got this week off because all the businesses give their people off for hunting season, right? They give at least a week. So this kid just forget about hunting season, which is a staple up there. Like if you don't do that, just take away your man card.
He's hunting.
Yeah, he's definitely. So he's here now. He gave up hunting season for baby girl, and we'll see if they're still together after this week. It'll be interesting. Yeah, Caleb, I'm going to go ahead and I'll put a list together and I'll start posting it. All the things that I think I was already looking today at some of the EcoFlow.
Mm-hmm.
Holy crap, they got some good deals on those. And I'll post all that this week, I promise, or before Friday, of course. Let's see what Patrick says here. You guys see the report that came out for that horrible plane crash that wrecked off the runway and burned up real bad? Yeah, that was a CRJ. Oh no, that was the UPS. You're talking about the UPS one. Yeah, I watched that video. The damn engine fell off and terrible.
I don't see you see Opie's question. I don't see an issue with that at all.
Is it okay for us to eat our photos? A list of what we... Yes, do that on the website, and then the rest you can just approve all those if I'm not around.
Yeah, I'll take care of that.
Yeah, do a bag dump. Let's see what we're carrying. Let's talk about it, right?
Absolutely.
That's a good idea.
And speaking of guys, Pete and I were kind of discussing, what we want for next year, because we're getting closer to the end of the year. What kind of things would you guys like to see next year for the podcast? We definitely want to continue doing some of the news stuff, but do you guys want some teaching podcasts? Do you want some guests? We've already got a list of guests that we're looking at, but give us some ideas of what you guys would kind of like to see, and we'll write them down and mull them around, and
see what we can do. Yeah, Patrick, I look, that when I originally started this podcast, it was for preparedness, right? To start giving some educational moments, but more so just to talk to you guys. Look, we don't get to talk every day. We talk at these get-togethers at Mountain Readiness or CanCon and stuff like that. But I mean, this is a tribe, guys. This is what we do. This is what we preach, right? So, now some of y'all get on my nerves sometimes, and I'm sure I get on y'all's nerves sometimes. But that's all part of being a big family. Let's see. Quick lessons. Okay, I like it. Babe, give me a call tomorrow. I want to talk to you. I haven't talked to you in a while. Give me a call. Let's see. Yeah, I don't mind this, but I'm so anal. Like I want to, if I were to do something like this, I want to do a video. Like I'm going to do start to finish. Like I want to get out there. I want to do videos. I want to show you how I would do it, and you can tell me how I'm doing it wrong. But yeah, we could certainly do something like that.
And Bullshite, that's exactly kind of what we're looking at.
Yeah.
He's a class type once a month. Yeah, maybe once a month we do a teaching podcast, and then we maybe have a guest or two during the month, or just one guest a month, and then go from there. Yeah, and Patrick, he's trying, but it's like nailing Jello to the wall to get him to do a video.
There's so much I'm doing with my life right now. And then my wife's not letting me actually, I haven't even sat down and wrote for like a week and a half because she's got me doing all this crazy stuff. Plus, I'm in a battle right now, guys. I'm in a life and death battle right now with these tortugas. I don't know if you guys realize this or not, but I'm telling you, I run the perimeter at least 5 times a day. I want to know where they're going. I want to know every little aspect of how they live their lives. So when the time comes, well, this is what I'm talking about, Tom, right here. When the time comes for the biologists to sign off, we get that permit from the FWC, then it's game on. Then they don't understand. Violence of action. We talk about this a lot. You're going to see it. Maybe I'll do a video of that. I don't know. We're going to do traps. We're going to do all kind of crazy stuff. I've already got the perimeter fence up. I'm already walking I'm walking the wire 5 times a day. I'll know them. I'll know them better than they know themselves by the time this is said and done.
Absolutely.
Skidmore.
A Javi saying of the week.
My God. That would be Javi. That's it. Here's what I want you to do. Javi, when we do our sign outs, I want you to leave me a voicemail once a week on something I could leave everybody with. Oh my God.
Well, and having been, I've been retired a whole lot longer than you have. And for those of you that are in the retirement age or have retired or thinking about retiring, you'll never be busier than after you've retired.
Yeah, it's bullshit. I hate it. I'm gonna go back to work at the fire department. Javi, I do have something up here, a saying from you that I was gonna put in the last book. I'm moving it because I don't want anybody to see it, but it's an actual sticky note up in front of my computer that's going in a book at some point.
That's been there for 6 months.
It has been there for maybe even longer than that, but I couldn't fit it in the last book because it kind of took that book took a different turn than what I was gonna do.
Okay. Barbers.
That's awesome. Oh, Mr. Make It Happen. Yeah. Jason's got all kinds of plans. So he tells you what his plan is. Then he looks around the room and says, okay, you guys make it happen.
Yeah.
Jeez. Susan says, definitely need Javi quotes. Javi quote of the week. I like that. We got to figure out how we can work that in.
Yeah, let me put that on there.
Javi's got a little bit of an issue himself now. Remember those little ladybugs that I was dealing with? Oh, guess what happened in Tennessee?
Yeah, they're migrating. We had them in North Carolina. They were in North Carolina.
Yeah, but Javi seems to have them under control. Let's see. Tom says he got your cups today.
He got his cups today. He orders some as well. And yeah, Tom, I looked at the delivery date. They're supposed to be here tomorrow. Cannot wait to see them up close and in person. Thank you again, and I will be getting with you.
Okay, so 2 things I need to do tomorrow. Larry, get a hold of me. Jason, don't call me. And what else? Oh, Fib, I want to talk to you.
Yeah, Fib. Yeah.
Tom is the man. Hi, Russ. I'm not going long. I'm gonna leave. I'm gonna let you do your thing here, and then I'll do my thing. What do you say?
Sure, why not? Well, as always, man, it's been a great one. And hey, guys, community, can't get training. Think about the stuff that you have already. Work with the stuff that you have, and think and look at your holes. If you guys get a chance, hopefully we'll see you guys in February. Let me check my phone real quick, see if I got any updates on how many people have signed up yet. And that is no. I know there are several that have signed up for the key class. The lock class is going to be a great class. Wes Hightower and his folks are just a great bunch of instructors. And always remember, guys, it's better to be somebody's shot of whiskey than everybody's cup of tea. That's all I got, Pete.
Sounds good, guys. Yeah, take classes, guys. Now's the time to do it. I know. Look, get your significant other a gift certificate for Wes's class. Do it. I mean, it's a 3-day class for. If you use the discount code, it's going to be $600. That's $200 a day for a class. That doesn't suck. You guys drop that all the time on the on silly rifles that we never get to train with, right? So get the knowledge and then take that knowledge back to your tribe and teach it, right? That's money well spent. So I don't know what to tell you. Remember, no podcast next week. It's Thanksgiving. I'll start compiling a whole bunch of Amazon deals, preparedness deals for you guys. I'll post them, and then maybe on Friday during the day while Melissa's out spending all my money, maybe I'll jump on and do an impromptu little podcast. Guys, be safe, especially now. And if you can't be safe, be dangerous. Thanks for watching the Eden Army podcast. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. And remember,